Yes, children. Today we will discuss about exercise 2.6 that is related to multiplication and exercise 2.7 that is related to division of decimals. So once again I remember you the rules for multiplication. We do multiplication as it is without looking on the decimals. Then at the end in the answer we put the decimal, like I am doing the first part, that is 0.2 multiply 6. So 0.2, don't think about the decimal. 6 to the 12. Now after the multiplication in the answer we will put, now you see that after the decimal there is one digit. So in the answer one digit before we will put the decimal. Always remember we will count the digit from this side. From this side. After the decimal one digit. So one digit before decimal. So this is first part. Similarly, last part, that is 2 multiply seventh part. Two multiply 0.86. So either you write 0.86 multiply 2 or you write 2 multiply 0.86 as the same meaning, because commutative property of multiplication apply here. So as per my convenience I will write 0.86 first, then I will write multiply 2, 2 6 is 12, carry 1, 2 8 is 16 plus 1, 17. After the decimal 2 digits, so 2 digits before from this side, 1, 2, then decimal. So this is my answer. Question number 2. The length of rectangle is given, breadth of rectangle is given, and we need to find out area. And area we know that length into breadth. Area of rectangle we know that it is length multiply breadth. So rectangle's length is 5.7 centimeter, 5.7 centimeter, and its breadth is 3 centimeter. So area will be 5.7 multiply 3, and you can show the multiplication here. 5.7 multiply 3, 3 7 is 21, 2, 5 3 15 plus 2 17. After the decimal one digit before decimal. So we will write 17.1 centimeter square. Always the area will be in square units. We must remember this rule. The area will always be square units. Next question. In the next question, it is the multiplication by 10, 100 or 1000. And for instance, we are taking the question number 6th. Question number 3, 6th part. That is 156.1 multiply 100. So 156.1 multiply 100. First by 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then by second 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then by 1, 1 1 ja 1, 1 6 ja 6, 1 5 ja 5, 1 1 ja 1. So 0, 0, 1, 6, 5, 1. And now see, after the decimal there is one digit, only one digit. So one digit before we will put the answer. So our answer will be 156.1 multiply 100 is equal to 156 10.0. Remove this 0, or we can write 15610, because after the decimal we can remove as well as we can put as many zeros as we require. Now question number 4, that is related to unitary method. So you will try it by your own. Come to the question number 5. Here in both the numbers decimals are there. So how we will do? Question number 5. Question number 5. I am taking an example of 6th part, 11.2. 11.2 multiply 0.15. 0.15. So 11.2 multiply 0.15. Now in case of multiplication, we do not follow this rule, decimal followed by decimal, digit followed by digit. This rule only we apply in case of addition and subtraction. In addition, decimal followed by decimal, digit followed by digit. In subtraction also, but in multiplication we do not follow this rule. We, ignoring the decimals, we multiply them, like by 5, 5 to the 10, carry 1, 5 and the 5 plus 1, 6, 5 and the 5, cross 2, 1, 1, then 0, 8, 6, 1. After the decimal, 1 digit is there and 2 digits are there. So 1, 2, 3. After the decimal, 3 digits are there. So put the decimal 3 digit before. Always count digit from this side. 1, 2, 3, then decimal. So 11.2 multiply 0.15 is equal to 1.68. You can remove this 0 because after the decimal we can remove also, we can put also. Come to the next exercise, 2.7. Here the questions are related to division. Question number 1. And again, if divisor contain decimal, if divisor do not contain decimal, such kind of 2 rules are there. In question number 1, divisor do not contain decimal, so we will divide it directly. So I am doing this third part, 2.48 divided by 4. 2.48 divided by 4, question number 1, third part. So 4 will be written outside. 2.48. Before the decimal we can take all the digits, we can take few digits, we can take as many digits as we require. So I am taking before the decimal all the digits. Here it is 2, here it is 4. It is not divisible. 2 is not divisible by 4. So we will put 0. But after the decimal, again we will start taking one digit. So make it 2 and 4, 24. Make it 24. Make it 24. But before 4, decimal will go up. Now 6 4 ja 24. Cross. Carry down next 8. Now it is divisible by 4. 4 2 ja 8. Cross. So 2.48 divided by 4 is equal to 0.62. Fourth part. Fourth part is 65.4. Fourth part, that is 65.4 divided by 6. So 6, 65.4. Even point is there, so we can put the zeros at the last whenever we will require. So before the decimal, we can take as many digits as we require. So I am taking only one digit because one digit is divisible by 6. 6 1 ja 6. Now here comes the important step of this question, that is carry down 5. So once you carry down a number from the dividend, once you carry down, do check whether it is divisible or not. So if it is not divisible, then put 0. Don't forget to put this 0. This 0 will always be put after carry down the number from the dividend. It is not divisible, put 0. Now carry down next 4. But before 4, decimal will go up. Now it is divisible. 6 9 ja 54. So 65.4 divided by 6 is equal to 10.9. In question number 2 again, it is the divisibility by 10. Any one part I am doing, like I am doing fifth part, 272.23. Question number 2, fifth part, 272.23 divided by 10. So 10 will be written outside 272.23. So we can take 2 digits before the decimal. Once in the starting, we can take as many digits as we require. So we are taking 2 digits. 10 2 ja 20. 7. Now remember this, that this 7 is remainder. We have not carried the next number. Until unless we carried the next number, we will not check. Once you carry the number, now check whether it is divisible or not. If it is not divisible, then put 0. Otherwise, if it is divisible, put the table. 7, 10 7 ja 72. Now this 2 is remainder. Carry down next 2. But before this 2, decimal will go up. 10 2 ja 20. 2. Carry down next 3. 10 2 ja 20. 3. Carry down next number. And next number is 0, because after the decimal at the end there are many infinite zeros. So take 1 0. 10 3 ja 30. So 272.23 divided by 10 is equal to 27.223. So like this we will do all the parts. Now come to the next question. That is question number 3. Here the division by 100 is given. In the same way, we will divide like the fourth part of question number 3. 432.6 divided by 100. So 100 will be written outside. 432.6. Put the zeros because later on we will require it. So better you put in the starting. So before the decimal I am taking 3 digits. Here it is 100, here it is 432, so 4 say 400, then 32 remainder, carry down 6, then check 6, but before 6 decimal will go up. 100 3 ja 300, 26 carry down next 0, 100 2 ja 260 carry down next 0, 100 6 ja 600. So 432.6 divided by 100 is equal to 4.326. Similarly, you will do the division by 1000. So I am skipping this question number 4 for your own. Question number 5. Question number 5, first part. Now in question number 5, there are decimals in the divisor. In the divisor there are decimals. So if divisor contain decimal, we will convert into fraction, then we will divide it. So 7 upon 1 divide 35 upon 10, 7 upon 1 multiply 10 upon 35, 7 1 ja 7, 7 5 ja 35, 5 2 ja 10, answer will be 2. Now I am doing fourth part, 30.94. 30.94 divided by 0.7. Again, here divisor contain decimal. We will focus only on divisor. If divisor contain decimal, then we will convert in fraction. We will focus on this divisor, not on this part. If it contains decimal, we will convert into fraction. 3094 upon 100 multiply 10 upon 7. So 7 1 ja 7 4 ja 28, 2 29, 7 4 ja 28, 7 2 ja 14. 1 0 cancel by 1 0. So in this way 442 divided by 10, we can write, remove this 10, put the decimal one digit before, 44.2. So that's all for today. Question number 6, unitary method, you will try by your own. Otherwise later on we will send you the solution of this exercise in the evening. So to complete this chapter up to exercise 2.7, all the parts up to question number 6, and next chapter we will start in the next video. Thank you.